Me and Randy Jones.
Okay.
He's the one that been pushing me to get it started, and
All right.
he set it in motion, and I said I'd be the coach.
Okay. Well, how long were you guys talking about this before it happened?
About a year.
About a year?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And what was the impetus? What caused it?
Just the need for a club close by, and we didn't even know that there was this many kids that wasn't going to practice just because of the time difference to go to Mount Airy or Kingpin or the Tomahawk Club, which are really good clubs, but we just had a lot of kids around this area that wanted us to start one, so we started one, and then we had a huge turnout, like 65 kids, so it's been great.
So you had kids at a younger age interested in wrestling.
Yes.
They didn't have it at their schools, and they needed an outlet.
Exactly, yes sir.
Okay. So how did you guys get the word out about this?
Put it on Facebook, word of mouth. We started a website, really just putting it out. And then some of the other clubs also advertised for us as well to get it started. And we're all trying to build this whole community up in wrestling.
Cool. What are the age ranges you have in this group?
We have either from kindergarten up to 12th grade. We have a couple kids that come that's going to college next year, and we do have a couple 3 and 4 year olds that come out here and play around sometimes, and our future.
And so how does this work out with Armfield Rec Center? How did you get the space?
We asked, and they were nice enough to let us use it. We do have to pay a fee, but right now we're very glad that they're able to accommodate us right now. And we're borrowing the mats from the middle school and the high school.
Okay. Do the kids pay a fee to the club?
Yes, the kids pay a fee for the club, and they will get a T-shirt and their membership card to our organization that we're a part of.
Okay.
And they might even get a sweatshirt, and there'll be some other perks later on down the road too.
And they have to bring all their own gear and equipment, right?
Most of it. They have to get their own shoes and headgear, and then we can provide singlets at sometimes, but we've already ordered our own singlets, and some of the kids have already purchased some of those.
Cool. So Monday and Fridays are practice, 6 to 8.
Yes, sir.
All right. And what about tournaments on Saturdays?
Tournaments right now are about every Saturday. They were about every Saturday in March. They're going to be every Saturday in April, and I think we have 3 in May that we're going to.
Are they wrestling against each other or other clubs?
Other clubs from all around the state.
Okay. And what happens competition-wise for these kids who get this kind of practice as they grow up, as far as in schools?
It's amazing to see the dynamic when they go into middle school, and they are just so far superior than the other kids that haven't been a part of a club. And they just excel so much better, and they are more disciplined and stuff in the classroom, and they're more responsible in the classroom. I've been told they also do push-ups in the classroom sometimes as well.
To wrestling, this is Little League in a way compared to Little League baseball or soccer.
Same thing, yeah.
Okay. Cool. I guess were you a wrestler yourself?
Yes, sir, I was. I wrestled at East Surrey and Catawba College.
Okay. And you just stayed active in this as an adult, or?
No, not really. As soon as my son got of age, I started him when he was 3 at the Tomahawk Club at South Stokes, and we've been going to the Mount Airy Club and the Kingpin Club in King.
All right.
I got 2 kids in the club, Genuine Angel. They started because my oldest son, he wrestles. He wrestled in high school and did football, so we always went to his matches. My kids will, after break, they'll go and wrestle in the mats and everything. They got into it, and they started wrestling when they were 4th and 5th grade.
Okay. How old are they now?
Right now I got a 9th grader, that's the girl in high school, and the 8th grader that's in middle school. My daughter, when she was in middle school, she won the conference, the wrestling conference. Yeah, and right now she's into it. She's in Mount Airy wrestling. She's in the girls' high school team in wrestling. They got lots of friends here. Everyone's great here. I mean, they help them a lot.
I have a 6th grader, Ronald Locklear.
Okay. And how long has he been in this?
Since this started.
He's never, year, right?
Yeah, he's never wrestled before.
He's never wrestled before?
Never.
So why did you bring him to this?
Well, he was hanging out with her son, Angel.
Rosario's son.
Yeah, Rosario's son, Angel, and his other buddies, Aaron, and he just really wanted to try out because he wasn't able to do it for school because he broke his arm. So when this came about, he wanted to come out for it, and I thought it was a great opportunity for him.
Is he enjoying it?
He's loving it.
Randy, were you a wrestler yourself?
I was for a brief period of time.
Okay. Middle school or high school?
Middle school.
Okay. All right. And what got you involved in wrestling again?
I enjoyed wrestling, and then I got injured, so I wasn't able to carry out the full stint of enjoying high school and everything. And then my son got into it, so it got me back into it. And now my youngest one and my daughters, all four of my kids they're wrestling and they're loving it.
Wrestling in this club?
Yes.
What ages?
I got 8, 9, 10, and 14.
That's great. Okay.
My three youngest ones are going to Shoals Elementary,
Okay.
so they don't actually have a wrestling team.
Gotcha.
So we're doing the club so that way they can actually wrestle, and by the time they get to high school, then they'll have a good understanding and knowledge of the sport.
Right.
And it'll make it easier on the middle school coaches, and then when they get to high school, they should be well prepared and just help the team.
Tell me what how your kids have reacted to this before and after practice during the week.
Oh, my kids, they love it. Yep. Even my girls, they can't wait to get home, get their shoes, get over here, and get the mats rolled out and just get started. They absolutely enjoy it.
How did you connect with Devin?
Devin, he was one of the coaches for the youth Little League football, and he was one of the coaches this past year for the middle school. And my oldest son, he played football for the middle school, so we were talking about needing to get our own club going.
Right.
And we just started working at it and put the links together and got it going.
All right. What are your thoughts on this many people coming together so fast? It's just been a few weeks, right?
Yes. Wrestling is one of the fastest growing sports in our state. Even girls wrestling nationally, I think there was like 7,000 girls last year, and this year there's over 17,000 girls wrestling. So as far as girls, wrestling is the fastest growing sport in the nation.
Well, you've got a few girls out here that I saw.
Yes, and they're phenomenal. Genevieve she placed in state last year for the high school as a freshman. And then there's a lot of girls I know at the Mount Airy Club that's done extremely well. Jamie Hurl just qualified in nationals and is All-American now.
Right.
So they have some athletic and extremely talented girls in our area.
I know the other clubs are good clubs, but this is much closer to home and a big benefit, right?
Yes, sir, it is.
And, I mean, it changes it, like a 5 or 10 minute drive instead of 35?
Yeah, but most of our kids, we encourage them to go to the other clubs as well, just so that way they get as much mat time as possible. And then Saturday, it's like a big family. The coaches from the other clubs come and support our kids, and we help support their kids, and everybody just loves the sport of wrestling, and we try to help each other as much as possible.
And Randy, last question, unless you have anything else to say. How do you think this club benefits Pilot Mountain Middle and Pilot Mountain High School's wrestling teams?
For one, I know last year we had a large group at the middle school. Had 40 kids on the team. I'd say 3/4 of those kids had never wrestled previously. So they had no basic training or understanding of the sport. So we were watching the tournament, and a lot of them didn't know like basic moves. So we started the club just to ensure to help the middle school coach, because you have a wide bow of kids. You got kids that are experienced and know what they're doing that needs to be trained further, and then you got new kids that's never wrestled one day in their life that knows nothing. So it's hard on one coach to be able to teach or coach such a wide spectrum of kids and achieve what needs to be achieved. So we were hoping if we could start a club and start them young, and by the time they get to middle school, they should be a well-oiled machine and know exactly what's going on and how to do basic moves, so he could teach them more advanced moves, so that way when they get to high school, they're even better. And we just want to progress them into the right direction that they need to be headed.
Right. Anything else you want to say?
No, sir. Well, it's good for our area because there is so many clubs. North Surrey's got a club, Mount Airy's got a club, Kingpin for West Oaks, Southeastern has got a club, and all of our kids, and a lot of times the Mount Airy kids come up here and they're coaches, and we encourage our kids to go to as many camps and as many clubs as they can, because the more mat time they get, the better off they're going to be. So it's a great community for wrestling, and we've had a blast.
For anybody who's interested in joining this, what kind of contact info or other info can you give them?
You can definitely go to the Pilot Mountain Wrestling Club website and get all the info you need, or you can go to the Pilot Mountain Wrestling Club Facebook page, or go to Devin Lynch Facebook page, or they can call me directly. My number is 336-399-7688.